I want to start the program off today talking about a story that was published last week in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, headlined, "Eating Eggs Reduces Risk of Type 2 Diabetes." How do you like that? The article talks about a study that was done among 2,332 men between the age of 42 and 60. Consumption of eggs was associated with a lower risk of diabetes and lower blood sugar as well. Keep in mind, this is the whole egg, the yolk and all. And this study comes on the heels of an announcement that was made a couple of months ago by the government's Dietary Advisory Council that recommended that doctors no longer advise their patients to lower their intake of cholesterol-lowering foods. In other words, eating eggs, and egg yolks in particular, which are loaded with cholesterol, is no longer considered risky behavior. Now, the reason I think this article is significant and why this issue is so important is because it highlights the fact that not only is your doctor's advice often wrong, not only is your doctor's advice often biochemically wrong, biochemically ignorant, really, even worse, it is often hazardous to your health. In this case, the 40 or 50 or 60 years that doctors have been telling people to lower their intake of cholesterol-lowering foods, they could have very well been increasing their patients' risks for a deadly disease, diabetes, a major cause of amputations, a major cause of blindness, a major cause of heart attacks, a major cause of kidney disease, a major cause of early demise. And the same kind of bad doctor advice can be applied to their insistence on giving patients statin drugs, which according to the FDA now have to come with a warning that states that statin drugs may increase your risks of diabetes. So let's see. Eating eggs, eating cholesterol lowers your diabetes risk. Taking statin drugs, which suppress cholesterol, actually raises your diabetes risk. Do you get the idea that maybe cholesterol might be something good for you? Do you get the idea maybe cholesterol at least protects you from diabetes or fights diabetes? What's more, not only is cholesterol important for protection from diabetes, for keeping blood sugar at healthy levels, the opposite is also true. Elevated blood sugar, poor blood sugar control, increased cholesterol production. This is the main reason why people have elevated cholesterol. Diabetes and elevated cholesterol go hand in hand. Dysglycemia, fancy way of saying messed up blood sugar, dys meaning messed up, glycemia, blood sugar. Dysglycemia is the main reason for elevated blood cholesterol. So if your doctor's trying to poison your liver, that's what a statin drug does. It poisons your liver. So if your healthcare professional who is sworn to do no harm thinks it's a good idea to poison your liver to lower your cholesterol, you may want to suggest to him that perhaps it's a blood sugar issue and maybe we should be working with diabetes or maybe we should be working with dysglycemia. When your sugar goes up and your insulin goes up, the body thinks it should be building, the body thinks it should be working, the body thinks it should be doing something, and cholesterol is the key doing something molecule in the body. Plants don't make cholesterol, folks. It's just animals that make cholesterol. Cholesterol is a movement molecule. It's an action molecule. It's a healing molecule. It's a work molecule. It's a building molecule. Cholesterol levels go up when the body is in building mode. Sugar tells the body to build. Now, of course, if you don't have protein, you're not working out, you're not doing anything to build muscle, the sugar is just going to go get turned into fat, or even worse, it'll just stay in the blood. But when you're exercising, when you're healing, or when you're under stress of some kind, your cholesterol levels will go up. And likewise, when your blood sugar goes up chronically, your cholesterol levels will go up with it. All of this is to say that elevated cholesterol is a blood sugar issue. And elevated cholesterol is most certainly not a reason to poison your body with a statin drug. Oh, one more thing. The less cholesterol you eat, the more cholesterol your body makes, which means all this boneheaded, numbskull medical advice to lower or to reduce or stop eating cholesterol-containing foods will not only deprive you of an important building substance, that's what cholesterol is, not only will it deprive you of all the nutrients that come along with cholesterol, including vitamin K and vitamin A and vitamin D and lecithin and phospholipids. These are all associated with cholesterol. So not only are you going to be depriving yourself of all of these important nutrients and depriving yourself of the building and activating action of cholesterol, but you're actually going to be increasing your blood cholesterol. When you stop eating cholesterol, you make more of it. So by not eating cholesterol, you'll be producing more of it. You'll ultimately be increasing your blood cholesterol by dietary restriction, not decreasing it. If your cholesterol levels are too high, somehow your body, the cholesterol-making machinery in your body, has gotten the idea that the body needs to be building or managing stress. Elevated blood cholesterol is the body's attempt to deal with building or to deal with some kind of stress. Something is telling the cells that there's a need for stress management, a need for buildup. All this is to say, use your Sweeties, use your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, use your Z-Radical, use your Beyond OsteoFX. All of these are wonderful, contain wonderful nutrients for helping you lower your blood sugar. Then your body will take care of the cholesterol. Also, of course, restricting your intake of fast-burning sugary foods, cereals, breads, pastas, fruit juices, etc. But nothing beats getting on the Mighty 90, folks. Dietary strategies, nutritional strategies, lifestyle strategies, that's what good health is all about. It's not about prescription drugs. It's not about doctoring. It's not about the medical model. If you've got questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we're here to help you. If you want to get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you there too. Our number on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program today and every day, 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552 toll free. We'll get your calls here in a little bit. We're going to take a time out, take a quick break. We're coming back with more good health information on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program right after this. Don't go away.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound. Turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello there, Doug.
Howdy, it's good to have you on as always. I've got a CNN story here headlined, Vegetarians who eat fish could be greatly reducing their risk of colon cancer. So dropping red meat and sticking to a plant-based diet that incorporates fish may be key to preventing colorectal, colon, and rectum cancers. In a 7-year study, the fish eaters are commonly referred to as pescatarians had a 43% lower risk of getting cancer compared to those with an omnivorous diet. They say colorectal cancer is the third most dangerous diagnosed cancer, that is, and the third leading cancer cause related death in 2014, according to the American Cancer Society. They say particularly dangerous because usually it is asymptomatic in early stages, making it more difficult to detect when it's less deadly. They say only 59% of those recommended for screenings receive procedures that are in line with the American Cancer Society standards. The study followed 78,000 people, was published in the Journal of American Medical Association, and they say it adds to growing evidence that the health benefits of a plant-based diet. In another study, reviewing data from 39 studies showed that a plant-based diet led to an average drop in blood pressure similar to 30 to 60 minutes of exercise per day. So yet another study found an average weight loss of nearly 7.5 pounds for vegetarians. My personal thing on that hasn't been my observation. Most of the vegetarians I know look pale, emaciated, and are often overweight because they eat tons and tons of cheese. They say evidence shows that health benefits of reducing red meat. Recent study highlights the differences between even a fully vegetarian diet and a pescatarian diet. Within the sample group, there was a 27% drop in the risk of colorectal cancer if you switch from a fully vegetarian diet to eating fish. The authors of that study suggest that it could be the omega-3 fatty acids that lower the risk of cancer in the pescatarian group, according to nutritionist Lisa Dreyer says. She agrees, in addition to other dietary factors, fish may provide added protection from its high content omega-3 fatty acids. This is consistent with previous research that has found omega-3s have anti-cancer activity and that they may be helpful in the prevention and treatment of colorectal cancer. So there you go.
Well,
eat the fish.
First of all, fish is nature's perfect food, except for the trash in the ocean and all that, the garbage that fish are eating. Fish are an amazing source of nutrition, and they didn't even mention the vitamin A and vitamin D. Fish are a great source of both of those, in addition to, of course, the omega-3s. But I'm a little confused, Doug. You said plant-based diet, and then you said fish. So they're saying fish are part of a plant-based diet. Is that right?
Well, what they're talking about is there was a previous study that came out a month or two ago where they found that people that had a fully, total vegan diet where they ate no dairy, no cheese, no fish, no poultry, nothing,
vegans,
nothing but plants. That they actually fared worse in a lot of health standard tests than those who had eaten fish along with their vegetarian diet at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay, so in other words, vegetarians are
so it probably is related to the omega-3 fatty acids because you don't have those in red meats, and that's you find them though in fish.
What if I told you there was a longevity product that you could use if you didn't want to eat the fish? If you decided you didn't want to eat fish for whatever reason, I don't know why you would decide that, but if you decided you didn't want to eat fish, there's a longevity product that you could use that would get you a lot of the benefits that you get from fish without having to eat it. Wouldn't that be cool?
It is cool because it does exist.
Yeah.
I'm the kid in the back of the room with his hand up right now, ready to answer that question.
Tell me what you think.
Omega-3 fatty acids.
Well, but one particular
EFA
supplement.
plus.
No. What do the fish eat? What do the fish eat to get their omega-3s and their vitamin A and vitamin D?
Bugs.
No, they eat algae. They eat seaweed and plankton and stuff on the top of the ocean or in the water. And you could use your Z radical and you could use your fucoidan Z, which is loaded with fucoidan. Wonderful source of vitamin A-like substances, not exactly vitamin A, but vitamin A-like substances, and essential fats. Get your Z radical, and I love the Z radical, by the way, or the Fucoid Z. Doc always talks about the Fucoid Z. I like the Z radical because it tastes better. Either way, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'll be sitting in for Doc Wallach today, along with Doug Winfrey, and taking your calls.
If you're up several times every night to go to the bathroom, have frequent urination during the day, feel like you have to urinate, but then have difficulty getting a stream going, have leaking, dribbling, or urgency to the point a restroom must always be nearby, you may have an enlarged prostate. According to the National Kidney Foundation, by age 60, more than half of all men have an enlarged prostate, or BPH. By age 85, that number is 90%, according to the American Urological Association. Ultimate ProstFX from Youngevity has been developed for nutritional support of the prostate gland. ProstFX promotes prostate health and supports healthy prostate function. Stop sprinting to the restroom and avoid those embarrassing moments with ProstFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the Pig Arthritis Formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Youngevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average over 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE. 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
Here's a good story for you, Doug. I know you're a coffee drinker, right?
Oh, yeah.
Packed with health benefits coffee.
Javalution.
Yeah, the Javalution is an awesome coffee. In fact, check this out. This is according to a U.S. government, the new U.S. government dietary guidelines. We talked about them a little bit. And one of the, I guess she's on the Dietary Advisory Council, Miriam Nelson, a professor at the School of Nutrition, Science, and Policy at Tufts University, says about coffee, we found no negative adverse effects on health when you drink up to 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day, but even better. 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day give you a decreased risk of cardiovascular disease, decreased risk of type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, and a couple of cancers, including breast and prostate cancer. And she's talking about a moderate amount of coffee. She says 500 milligrams of caffeine a day. Now, I don't think that's a moderate amount of coffee. I'd be bouncing off the walls at 500 milligrams a day. But apparently, even 500 milligrams a day of caffeine via coffee, that is, caffeine by drinking coffee, can decrease your risk of heart disease, diabetes, Parkinson's disease, and even cancer. How do you like that? Have you done the Javalution?
Yes, I have. I've tried some of the samples. It's very good. You know what I think interesting about that? It highlights what you were talking about in the monologue, and that is that this is another thing that we were told for 20 or 30 years
Conventional
not to do.
wisdom.
Yeah. Stay away from caffeine and coffee. Oh, that's bad. And don't have eggs with your coffee either. That's going to kill you.
Right.
And, and then here we are 20, 30 years later, like, whoops. We were wrong. And they're not even admitting they're wrong either. They're just going, oh, look, new evidence.
Or sorry. Do you think they're sending a little sorry note to everybody?
Right. What about, how about all those people that got Alzheimer's because they were on statin drugs for 30 years?
Right, or weren't eating eggs, or not eating the yolks. They were just eating the white. That is the silliest thing. But here's the thing, Doug. It distinguishes the difference between clinical chemistry, which is what the doctors do, where they work with you in the clinic, they work on symptoms, and biochemistry, which is what Dr. Wallach talks about, how the body works. See, doctors don't necessarily know how the body works. They know about symptoms. They know about test scores. They know about numbers. But if you don't understand biochemistry, you're just going to go with, you're just going to be addressing symptomology, and you're just going to be going with hiding the symptoms, and you're just going to be worried about your test scores. But if you understand biochemistry, then you're going to know, well, hey, there's cholesterol in your brain. And if you eat cholesterol, that cholesterol can build nerve cells. There's cholesterol in your muscles, and if you eat cholesterol, you can have better muscles. And if you eat eggs, you're going to get vitamin A, and the yolks of eggs, you're going to get vitamin A and vitamin D. But this requires understanding chemistry, and that's why, for my money, I'm listening to Dr. Wallach, and I'm not listening to the conventional nonsense that passes for wisdom, the doctor model of health that we're so enamored with, that we deify in this culture as a matter of fact. All right, 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552, toll free. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're coming back with your phone calls right after this break. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program on the ZBS Radio Network.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
By now, now you may have heard a bit about Bitcoins, but did you know Bitcoins are now over an $8.5 billion market? And did you know that over 65,000 businesses now accept Bitcoins? Listen, if you're already earning Bitcoins or trying to make money in the Bitcoin market, you've got to know BidBit.co. Why? Because BidBit.co is where you can easily receive Bitcoins by selling and auctioning off your own personal items or promote business products and services for Bitcoins. You heard right. Whether personal or business, you can now buy, sell, and auction your products and services quickly, easily, and securely for Bitcoin at BidBit.co, the first and only marketplace website to offer BidBit Escrow, a proprietary technology which gives buyers and sellers security and peace of mind because all transactions are protected. Start today. It's free to join, free to post, free to auction, and free to bid at BidBit.co. Buy, sell, bid, or auction everything Bitcoin. That's www.bidbit.co. BidBit.co.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Let's take our first phone call of the day, Doug.
All right, let's head to Oklahoma. And Patty, you're on with pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Patty.
Hey.
What's going on?
Well, I am excited to talk to you guys, and I really respect Dr. Wallach greatly.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, I went to a meeting in Oklahoma and Tulsa, and it was thrilling. I had to leave early, so I didn't get to hear something he said he was going to share in the second half, and it was about vaginal dryness.
Okay.
And then I have some points I can just share with in the order of importance. Should I just go ahead and ask you just in a line?
Well, let's talk about first of all, Doc does a 3.5-hour show, or sometimes 4 hours. You know he's only 75 years old. He does a 3 or 4 hour show, I don't know, 200 times a year, maybe even more. And he's not on any prescription drugs, doesn't go to any doctors. The guy's amazing, amazing. And what he's doing, we can all do. By getting on a good nutritional supplement program, not eating the crappy food, and doing a little bit of exercise. So I understand what you're saying. You had to leave because he can keep going. And you know what? After his talks, if you catch him after his talks, he stays up for 2 or 3 or 4 hours after that, and he'll be talking to people right till 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm like, Doc, I got to go to bed. I'm 20 years younger than he is, and I got to go to bed. Anyway, he's pushing 75. Might be 75 by now. Yeah. He's an amazing human being, absolutely amazing human being, and praise God that we have Dr. Wallach on the planet. Anyway, vaginal dryness, you want to think about essential fatty acids, EFAs. Same with tears, dryness and dry tears. Anytime secretions, you want to think about the fatty part of the body, fatty nutrients, essential fatty acids, the omega-3s and omega-6s that you'll get in the Ultimate EFAs or the Ultimate EFA Plus, as well as vitamin A. And other fatty nutrients that you'll get in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the Ultimate Daily as well. So for dryness, dry throat, dry ears, dry eyes, dry skin, or vaginal dryness, think fats, fatty vitamins, essential fatty acids, and then also how you process and absorb fats at the intestinal level. And of course, that means using your Ultimate enzymes after all your meals. And Biolumin Nightly Essence probiotics, good bacteria that you'll get in the Biolumin Nightly Essence, are also very important for fat processing and fat metabolism, especially after menopause and especially after you've had a gallbladder removed or if you have any other intestinal problems. What was your other question, ma'am?
You pack a a lot of stuff in there, big guy.
I'm giving you the information, but you can always listen. I know that. Okay.
You're doing great. Okay. Ringing in the ears, ridges on the nails, knees aching, bone spurs.
Okay, ridges in the nails are very interesting. Anytime you have a nail problem, you want to consider that to be a nutritional deficiency or a digestive problem, problems absorbing nutrients. The nails are the first place we look at. I've been in the skincare business, and the first place we look at in the skincare business when somebody comes in for a skin problem, we always look at the nails because the nails are a quick window to what's happening inside the body. Ridges can be a thyroid problem or it can be a mineral deficiency. You want to make sure you're using the Mighty 90 essential nutrients, and if you have any digestive problems, you want to make sure you're correcting those. You said something else. What was the other thing you said after the fingernail thing?
Knees aching.
Same idea. Same.
Spurs.
All of it's the same idea. You're probably not processing calcium, and you're not processing your minerals. That involves. Is it you for the vaginal dryness? The whole thing? Is that all you, or is it one person?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's all has to do with how you're processing nutrients. I'm guessing you're having some malabsorption issues, especially of minerals and especially of fats. So get on the Mighty 90 essential nutrients. Get on the glucogel caps. You probably want the Fucoid Z or the Z Radical, and then the ultimate enzymes for sure, along with your Healthy Start Pack. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it very much from Oklahoma. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552. 888-379-2552 toll free. We're going to take a break and come back with more of your phone calls right after this.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey Guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit GoBerkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey Guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
Our last caller, we were talking about vaginal dryness and bone spurs, and I think she said thinning skin and tinnitus as well. All this is indicative. Whenever you have a bunch of symptoms like that, all of it is indicative of a malabsorption problem, a problem at the gut level. Now, it can have to do with the gallbladder, it can have to do with the pancreas or the stomach, or it can also have to do with the intestine. And Doug, you raised a good point when we were on break about
one of the things we're finding on the show here is that when people have multiple health challenges like that, generally it's due to a gluten intolerance. So if you're eating wheat-based products or anything made from rye, barley, or oats don't really have gluten, but they're often processed in plants where the other grains are processed. So if Patty is still listening, certainly you want to address that and look about going to a gluten-free diet. Dr. Wallach has a CD out there that you might want to get. It's called Cereal Killers, but it's instead of cereal the way it's normally spelled with serial killers, it's spelled like the breakfast cereal. Right. And he outlines in that CD where all places that gluten can be found in pre-processed foods. It's really good just to try to stay away from that stuff altogether because you just just generally don't know what's.
Didn't you lose a bunch of weight a few years ago? When
I went on a gluten-free diet about, I guess it's going on about 6 years ago, and I didn't really know what I could eat. So since I was uncertain, I just stuck to things that I knew for sure didn't have any gluten in them. I stuck to veggies and grilled meats, and what I found was within about a 2-month time period, without even trying, I dropped about 40 pounds, and I felt great, and I still feel great.
How do you like that? That's amazing. That's how easy weight loss can be. You know, when you see all these commercials for Nutrisystems and Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers, you guys, it's not difficult to lose weight. And something as simple as just eliminating flour and processed grain kinds of foods, gluten-containing foods, can go a long way. Not just for losing weight, but for general health improvement, for improving all the markers of health. And you know what? You don't need a doctor to do it. You don't need any drugs to do it. You can do it on your own. Okay, 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free. Who's next, Doug?
Let's head to Austin, Texas, and Charlamar. You're on with pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Charlamar? Is that what you said? Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Did you say Charlamar was your name?
Yes, it's Charlamar.
That's so pretty. I never heard that before. Charlamar. How can we help you, Charlamar?
Well, I actually, I am currently 21 weeks pregnant. Far before I ever got pregnant, I had fibroid tumors. I was diagnosed with 3 at the time. They were fairly small when I was first diagnosed with them, but they were big enough that, you know, my doctor was concerned about, you know, if I got pregnant someday, them becoming a problem. Well, I took Z-Radical for a little while, and I just honestly believe that it kept the pain at bay and it kept them from growing. And when I got pregnant recently, it's kind of a surprise pregnancy, but I really wasn't sure about what I could take, and so I stopped taking the Z-Radical a while back, and I had also gotten off of the selenium for a little while just because I wasn't sure. So I just kind of wanted to get an idea of what I can take to possibly combat the tumors while I'm pregnant, because they are growing as tumors do.
Guess what? Well, here's the deal. Guess what hormone is being secreted in your body in abundance right now? Do you know what hormone it is? It starts with an E. Yeah. Guess what hormone is responsible for the growth of tumors, endometrial tumors or ovarian tumor, uterine tumors? Estrogen. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. You got an estrogen issue. That's what you got. In fact, it's almost surprising that you got pregnant, because with when your estrogen levels are high.
Yeah, that's exactly what the midwife said. She said,
shouldn't have gotten pregnant.
In the first place. Yeah.
Right. Progesterone is your pregnancy hormone, and it antagonizes estrogen. Estrogen makes the baby. Progesterone conceives the baby. Progestation hormone. That's what progesterone stands for. Estrogen, on the other hand, is a stress hormone. It's a hormone that the body uses when it's under a lot of stress. Making a baby, of course, is probably the most important stress that a woman will ever go through. So it makes sense that your estrogen would go up. Here's a couple of things. And by the way, I get this question a lot about nutritional supplements and pregnancy. Your baby needs nutrients just like you need nutrients. Your baby is made up of cells. You are made up of cells. Cells need nutrition, whether they're baby fetal cells or whether they're adult mama cells. Cells need nutrition. Your baby cells need the mighty 90 essential nutrients as well as your cells do. So you need nutrition. Your baby needs nutrition. You should stay on in my opinion, you should stay on your nutritional supplements while you're pregnant. You'll make a better baby, a stronger baby, a baby with better hand-eye coordination, a baby with better eyesight, a baby with better immunity. And by the way, the latest studies show that when mothers supplement, babies, or when fetuses become babies, when they're born, they eat less and have less problems with weight control throughout their lives. So by you supplementing, not only are you going to make a better, stronger, healthier baby, but you're going to make a baby who will have a healthier adult life. By your supplementing right now. That's called epigenetics, by the way, and that's something Dr. Wallach has been talking about for decades. In fact, his latest book is called Epigenetics, and it's a great book. So to answer your question about what you can do for your tumors, you absolutely, or your cysts, absolutely want to be doing fats and fatty vitamins and helping your body process fats. This is where estrogen comes from, essential fatty acids in the fatty system, fatty nutrients, etc. So number one, healthy start pack. Goes without saying, must-have. I would also throw in, if I were you, the Ultimate Daily. That would give you a little bit extra, and you should probably stay, in my opinion, you should stay on the Fucoid Z. The selenium can also be helpful for you. And then make sure you're using your Ultimate Enzymes after all your meals. And last but not least, most certainly not least, is the Biolumin Nightly Essence for a couple of reasons. Number one, the probiotics will help you process fats. This is one of the jobs of bacteria in the gut. And number two, the healthier your gut flora are, the more gut bacteria you have, the more prolific they are and the healthier they are, the healthier your baby will be, because your baby's health depends on your gut bacteria, and that's not just true while you're building the baby, it's true after the baby comes out when the baby's breastfeeding. Even as the baby is coming out the birth canal, during the birth process, the Biolumin Nightly Essence that you took for the 9 months while you were building your baby, they're going to be involved in the baby's health as the baby passes through the birth canal, and all that kind of coating gets on the baby and in the baby's mouth. Your Biolumin Nightly Essence is going to support the bacteria in that coating, helping your baby's bacteria and helping your baby's gut bacteria microbiome, as it's called, for the rest of your baby's life. Thanks for your call. Hope we helped you out. And congratulations, too, by the way, on your pregnancy. I forgot, what was that gal's name? Pretty name. Did you, Douglas?
Charlamar.
Charlamar. I love that. Okay, who's next, Doug?
All right, let's head to Spring Valley, New York. And Andre, you're on with pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Andre.
Hi, good afternoon, pharmacist Ben.
Greetings. How can we help you, sir?
Yeah, man. My issue is I have, in 2014, I was diagnosed with clinical depression, right?
Okay.
But prior to that, I'll tell you some of the symptoms that I was having before that. Some before and some after. Anemia, i.e. low blood count. That was detected like twice over the last year.
All right.
B12 deficiency.
So what, B12? B12 deficiency?
Yeah, B12, yeah.
Okay.
As well as the mighty insomnia, right? I get probably on average 4 hours sleep a
insomnia.
night.
Oh, these are all connected, and these are all things that we can help you with. By the way, just how you hold your body and just how you speak can affect your depression. So I can hear it in your voice. But if you were to speak really loudly and excitedly and fast, you start to feel better. And it's just something as simple as that, just by how you speak or how you hold your body or how you hold your head. In fact, if you're looking upwards towards the sky, you're going to find it much harder to be depressed. And if you hold your body in a tall fashion with your chest out and your shoulders up, you're going to find it much harder to be depressed as well. As far as nutrition goes, absolutely. Your vitamin B12 deficiency and your anemia can be behind your mental health or emotional health issues. And we'll talk about that when we come back from our break. So hang tight. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program.
Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Youngevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Youngevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
In recent years, several studies have discovered the health benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America, all carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. Try JavaFit's Immune Plus, a full, robust coffee blend combined with the immune-supporting benefits of echinacea and the full-spectrum daily requirement of vitamins and minerals. Boost your immune system every day with JavaFit's Immune Plus multivitamin coffee. Available in 30-count single cup or 24-count single pot packs. Contact your local Youngevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
All right, we're back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number, 888-379-2552. Toll free. We're talking to Andre about some depression issues. Andre, you're absolutely correct. The B12 and your anemia may actually be behind the depression. Before we went to break, we're talking about some physical things, some mechanical things that you could do, posture, chest out, speaking in a different pace. Also, breathing can have a lot to do with depression and antidepressant, if you will. Making sure you're doing some slow, deep breathing can be very important. As far as nutrition goes, everything you're talking about, the anemia and the vitamin B12 deficiency, that sounds to me like you have something going on in your digestive system. Vitamin B12 is a little bit tricky to absorb. In fact, the B vitamins in general require stomach acid for production. Vitamin B12 requires a little extra element for its absorption. All of this comes out of the stomach. So you want to make sure you're producing enough stomach acid, and there's a couple strategies for doing that. You can start your meals off with what I call bitters, dandelion greens, or you can get something called Swedish bitters. If you do some parsley when you start off your meal, anything bitter is going to stimulate the secretion of digestive juices, including stomach acid. You can also use the Ultimate Enzymes, which of course contain something called betaine HCl, which is kind of like stomach acid, and that can help you with your absorption of B vitamins and vitamin B12. And then a little apple cider vinegar with your meals may also improve absorption. Now, if you use the Healthy Start Pack, you're going to get liquid B vitamins, and this is one of the most important reasons why that Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the Healthy Start Pack in general is so important. Liquid B vitamins, they'll bypass any malabsorption issues that you have, and they'll go right to work. So get yourself on the Healthy Start Pack. Start sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Probably want to do a couple of scoops a day, at least one scoop a day, but a couple of scoops would be a great idea. But make sure you're sipping on it all day long, and then do your digestive support strategies, including the Biolumin Nightly Essence. You might want to throw in including the digestive Ultimate Enzymes, but you might want to throw in the Biolumin Nightly Essence as well as the Fucoid Z. Think digestion, and then probably a good idea to do some of the mechanical strategies like how you hold your body, how you hold your head, how you hold your eyes, keeping your eyes up, and then deep breathing techniques. Thanks for your call, Andre. I hope we helped you out. And let's see if we can get another call in here, Douglas.
All right, let's head to Kentucky. And Kathy, you're on with pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Kathy.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How can we help you, sweetheart?
I'm calling for my husband who has been on the products for about a year. Had some problems with urination early on, and so he
What do you mean problems with your...
Getting a flow started and keeping it going.
Okay.
So he's been taking Prostat and Prost-FX, which had really, really helped. But then he developed some high blood pressure, and so on our own we started the Ultimate Daily, and now he's having some serious issues with urinating again.
Like he can't go to the bathroom?
It takes him several minutes to get started.
Interesting. Now, is he on any medication?
No. We're both taking the Bone and Joint Pack. He's taking Selenium, the Prost-FX, Prostat, and now the Ultimate Daily.
Did you say he's doing the Healthy Start Pack or the Beyond Tangy Tangerine?
Yes, the Bone and Joint Pack.
Okay, good. So make sure he's sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine all day long, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so as long as you're sipping on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine all day long, then you want to start to increase his fluid intake as well. Is he drinking a lot of water, enough water, or a lot of water?
He's not good about that, no.
Okay. Make sure he is good about that, because that'll help him. But the thing about water, and this is very underappreciated, a lot of us are drinking water, including myself, but when you drink a lot of water, you got to replace your water-soluble nutrients. So that's why it's really important for him while he's drinking water, and he should be increasing his water intake, maybe half a gallon a day is a good place to be, even more. But while you're doing the water, you got to make sure that you're doing your water-soluble nutrients, and that's the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Make sure he's doing enough of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine as well. Between the water and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, that should help the flow. There's a couple other things that you're going to want to do as well. Make sure he's getting, you said he's on the Ultimate Daily, right?
He's taking 2 morning and 2 evening.
Okay, it's perfect. That's what I was going to tell you. 2 morning and 2 evening. Stay on the Ultimate EFAs. You might want to throw in some selenium. Selenium is very important for the prostate as well. The Ultimate Selenium. I'm not sure if you said that he was on the Ultimate Selenium. If you want to do one more thing, I would try the Fucoid Z. Fucoid may be helpful for the prostate as well. And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening, friends. If you're on the fence about a nutritional supplement program, I can tell you from 32 years of experience that there is no more important strategy for good health and wellness than to get yourself on the Healthy Start Pack and a good nutritional supplement program. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben for Doug Winfrey and Doc and all the folks at the CBS Radio Network. Have a wonderful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
The human body is extraordinary. Despite all the stresses we inflict upon it, it still works hard to stay in balance. Thousands upon thousands of people rely upon Heart and Body Extract to help their body stay balanced. This excellent 100% natural herbal formula helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels, cleans arteries, promotes good circulation, balances cholesterol, and more. HB Extract, paired with healthy lifestyle choices like good nutrition and exercise, can give you a life free of pain, sickness, and fear. Recapture your youthful vitality and experience your body healing itself with the aid of HB Extract. It's extremely effective and it starts working in just days. Visit hbextract.com to learn more and to read scores of testimonials from satisfied customers. And we've never increased our price in over 10 years. That makes Heart and Body Extract as great a value now as it was the first day we sold it. A healthy heart is a happy heart. Call 866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.